Hello, everybody. Welcome to Talk About House. I'm Todd.
I'm Juana.
Okay, we're going to do an update to the Las Vegas real estate market. We have some new numbers. The state in Las Vegas is absolutely on fire economically.
It is. This is a good economic fire.
Good economic fire. Okay, let's just jump right into this. Market Action Index, 43. Strong, slight seller's advantage. It's been 43. It's been basically in the 40s for pretty much the whole year, right? For the last 12 months.
Pretty much.
But we're still better than we were last year. It was like 30. It was like still slight. No, it was like 40. I think it only went down to 40, right?
I don't quite remember.
Okay. But anyway, here's the important thing. We're going to jump over here to real-time market profile. As you can see, the normal stuff is happening this time of year. Median list price is dropping a little bit. Median price new listings is bouncing around, right? Price per square foot, it's $260, but it was $257 in June. It's still unusual to have the price per square foot less or more today than it was in June, because normally from June to now it declined substantially, but it's gone up.
Right, it's gone up because there is not a whole lot of inventory. Sellers, while they are doing price reductions, they are doing price reductions from aspirational asking prices to market asking prices.
The other interesting thing is if you go to an inventory, it declined in October.
Sure.
It dropped. It was 2482. It's down to 2455. We've got exact numbers for how, based on what price range that we're going to show you in a little bit.
That's a really cool chart, so hang tight.
Yeah, you got to watch that chart. What's your, is the market kind of doing what it's supposed to do, but not really? Because it seems to me inventory should not be this low and price per square foot should not be higher than it was 3 months ago.
Right. So, look, since the pandemic and including the pandemic, the market hasn't done what any of the smart heads have expected the market to do. So normally we see increased inventory. That hasn't happened, because properties are being absorbed. Normally we see a decline in price per square foot. That hasn't happened because we have minimal supply and demand is outstripping supply. So we need to face reality, which is we are in an environment of low inventory and there really is no immediate end in sight. And what we're seeing with prices and what we're seeing with days on the market is reflective of that.
Here's price per square foot chart. This goes back for 5 years. You could see we're substantially higher than we were 2018, 2019, 2020, and we're much higher than in 21. 21 was a super hot market. We're higher than we were in 2022. Remember, we were told housing crash and home prices are higher than they were in same day of 2022. We did have that bubble where interest rates, remember that? Interest rates were starting to go up, so a bunch of people dove in and sort of artificially bid up home prices. But if you just basically drew a line from November of 21 to November 22, that's really what the market's done. That little hump was just a bunch of, overbidding to lock it, because they didn't really care about the price. They just wanted to get that, 4% rate before it went to 5 or 6.
Right. And to some extent, you're kind of seeing some of that now, but in reverse, right? So what I mean by that is you're seeing people who are saying, hey, you know what, I'm going to buy the house now because when interest rates hit anything with a 6 in front of it, then there's going to be a lot more competition for homes. So even though interest rates will be lower, I'm going to be paying substantially more for the house at that point. So that doesn't make sense to me. I'd rather pay a more reasonable amount for the house today and refinance when rates get better, because at the end of the day, that makes more financial sense for me.
Here's the inventory chart. Inventory is the lowest that we've seen this time of year, less than half of what it was last year, which was a normal market, right? If you go back all the way to the left there, you'll see 2019. That's pretty much where we should be for Vegas, 5,000 to 6,000 houses in Las Vegas on the market. If you look at the same day the last 4 years, it started declining. As we move closer to the spring from now, inventory is going to decline. We saw that in this week over week. We'll we'll check every week and watch this, but you could see, Juana, inventory, like where can it go? There isn't any inventory. Are we going to get down below 1,000 houses?
Time will tell. Hopefully not, because I think that's unhealthy for all concerned, and particularly distressing for buyers who are trying to find a home.
Okay, here's the market segment one I want to show you guys. This one Juana was alluding to. Okay, the 4 numbers you see are the top quarter, second, third, and fourth quarter of the market. Those are the median prices of that. So if you took the top 25% of homes, the middle is 1.2 million, right? And no, this is not San Diego. This is for Vegas, okay? And it tells you the details about it, how big the lot is, how big the houses are. This is what's interesting. Go all the way over to the right where it says days on the market. You can see that the bottom quarter of the market, 35 days on the market. But even the top quarter, 77.
Right.
That's respectable for like $3 million house to sell in 2 months.
Right. So, speaking of $3 million houses, the houses between 2 and 5 million are still struggling. They are the ones that have the most days on the market. So under 2 million, they sell pretty quickly. Over 5 million, they do pretty well. It's those, 2 to 5 that are just still struggling. And I think that's an interesting price point because they're luxury, but they're not ultra luxury. You know what I'm saying? So it's an interesting place for those. Those are like the middle children, right?
It's luxury, but it's a lowercase L. It's not a capital L.
Right.
Okay. Here's the other interesting thing on this. Go over to where it says new and absorbed. Okay. New means how many homes came on the market in the last week. And then absorbed, how many sold in the last week. Mm-hmm. Okay. This is why this is interesting. 51 came on the market, but 58 were purchased. So more were put under contract than were put on the market.
Well, which is reflective of what we've seen, which is inventory going down, right? And that's how inventory goes down. Homes come on the market, homes get sold. If the number of homes that is sold is higher than the number of homes that come on the market, then the overall inventory in the marketplace is diminished.
The second quarter was basically about the same, a little less. 69 came on the market, 63 absorbed. But then the bottom two, 93 came on the market, 102 absorbed, 110 came on the market, 126 absorbed. Mm-hmm. So you can see the trend here. Stuff's disappearing from the market pretty quick. Mm-hmm. And I think that trend's going to continue. Okay, now, what we're going to do is we're going to talk about the numbers just came out. These are year over year economic employment numbers for Nevada, for Las Vegas.
So this is particularly interesting to those of you who are telling us in the comments that Nevada
has the worst.
Right,
we're the worst.
That Nevada is in deep economic difficulties and that foreclosures are upon us.
Okay, here we go. This is from Carson City, Nevada. According to the Nevada Department of Employment, Training, Rehabilitation, employment's the big one. They're the ones that track all the numbers. This is from the 2023 Economic Report. Unemployment rate was unchanged month over month, August, September. The labor force grew in the state, grew by about 8,000, and September marked the 9th consecutive month the state has seen an increase in its labor force. This also marks the first time in state's history the labor force exceeded 1.6 million. So we have 1.6 million jobs that people are doing.
Right.
It's the highest. So somebody's got bad information about job losses and they don't exist. This is literally tracked by the state.
So what's really interesting about that is we're not a very populated state, right? So we don't have a lot of people here. So for us to have 1.6 million jobs, that's a lot of people working. Please consider that there are a lot of children here, and I don't think we're counting them. And then we also have a lot of retirees here, and we're not counting them either. So this basically kind of amounts to almost all able-bodied adults that wish to work are employed.
Okay, here's the specific MSA data. Okay, Las Vegas added 4,100 jobs in a month. This was August to September. 36,000 in the last year. 36,000 jobs. Now remember, we said we have 80,000 people coming here. But remember, if you have 3 people come here, maybe 2 parents and a child, or 2 parents and 2 children, at least one of them's got a job.
Right.
We had the 36,000 jobs. That's basically almost half the number of people that came. So if you came with 3 kids, we added more jobs than half of your family.
Right. And remember, like I said, we do have children and we have a lot of retirees. So the number of people coming to Southern Nevada do include the retirees. And of course, these retirees very seldom take jobs.
Okay, Reno had an increase in jobs, Carson City. The Carson City number is smaller because Carson City is a smaller town.
It's a very small town.
It's the capital, but it's small. All right. Okay, here is a quote. This is from the chief economist for the DETR. Okay, this month, for the first time, Nevada's labor force grew past 1.6 million workers. Our employment growth remained strong and our unemployment rate held steady despite a rise in labor force participation rate. So there's more people participating in the labor force. Overall, this report points to stable, ongoing growth in Nevada's labor market. Stable, ongoing growth in Nevada's labor market. That's fantastic news. Okay, here's the money shot. This is the big one. This is the whole country. Okay? Now, this is the employment growth year over year.
So in this map, the silver state is actually the gold state.
We are gold. If you look all the way to the right on the little year-over-year change, the darker ones and the red ones, they have done not so good. And then the lighter colors it gets, like Texas and Florida, are done pretty good. But look at Nevada over there. If you don't know which one Nevada is, it's the shiny gold one. We also, the other reason it's gold, not only because we led the nation in employment growth, okay? But because we mine more gold and silver here than any other state.
Right.
We lead the nation in mining. Okay, now, Juana, people are going to say, but Todd, Nevada leads the nation in unemployment. Well, of course we do. The 2 industries that average, now remember we have 5.4% on inflation rate, which unemployment, which is considered full employment. 5% is considered full employment. Hospitality and construction, each of them, on average, nationwide, those 2 industries have 12% unemployment at any given time. These are anything dealing with construction or hospitality. I built a high-rise in Dallas, and then my company said, in 3 weeks, we're going to build a high-rise somewhere else, and they hire temp workers, to do that maybe. So these people aren't employed all the time, right? Same thing with hospitality. Hey, the cruise ship I work for, now I'm in between because it's not cruise season. I got to go find another job for like 4 months, right? So you're out of work for a while. Those industries average 12% unemployment. Those are the 2 largest industries here, and we still have 5.4% unemployment. That is absolutely fantastic. So when you see the Las Vegas leads the nation, we always do. We have every year. Any state that has as much construction and growing as fast and has as much hospitality is going to have as much job turnover, which is unemployment. But look at this. This chart literally tells you employment is growing faster here than any other state, which is another thing that drives people here. They come here because there's jobs.
Right. And, we do understand that not all jobs are high-paying jobs, but every economy needs a good mixture of jobs. And there are lots of good paying jobs here, not just entry-level jobs, because we do have growth in a lot of different industries. And so there are jobs available at different levels within these industries.
And also jobs, as the population grows, all the support services are needed to support the people that come here. So that means we need to build homes, which is why construction is huge here. We have the highest inflow of people, numbers of people per capita of any other state. You have to be able to go to a store and buy stuff. You have to have medical services. So, people are not only it's not like we're just adding busboys and cocktail waitresses and people to park your car at the valet. We're adding a whole host of jobs. But we do know some of the jobs we're adding. Fontainebleau, that's getting ready to open.
Right.
Those jobs haven't even been added. Durango Station, we just drove by it today. It looks gorgeous.
Yeah, it does. It looks like it's going to have some amazing restaurants. We're very excited about that.
Yeah. We're going to get a ballpark,
Mm-hmm.
a beautiful ballpark. That's going to help us quite a bit.
Right.
Ballpark's coming. They're going to announce the date when they're going to blow up the Tropicana pretty soon, and that'll be pretty fun. Maybe we'll go on site and video it. We'll shoot a video right in front of it while it's blowing up behind us. We'll talk about the housing market crash, and when we say the word crash, the thing will just implode behind us.
Yes, that'll be fun.
Juana,
Yes, sir.
I have come up with a new theory for the housing crashers.
I'm all ears. So
When they
excited to hear it.
Blow up the Tropicana, it will take the housing market out with it. It will lead into the housing market. That will crash the housing market because none of the other things have crashed the housing market like they said they would.
Okay, what about the meteor shower?
The meteor shower, if there's enough of them, there have to be a lot of them.
Well, this is like the meteor shower season, October, because this is all the.
That was August.
No, there's one now.
Oh, there's one right now. I didn't see him out there. So.
All right.
Okay.
So, what did you think of all this interesting data? Did you like Todd's charts? Leave us your real estate related comments. We love to read your comments. Please remember to like the video, subscribe, hit the notification bell. No, I have not been drinking.
Have you been? So we have two languages spoken in the house. Are you having a problem with that? With the two languages, with hearing Romanian and hearing English? Is it starting to mess with you?
I hadn't thought of it until you just said it, but I think, I don't know, tonight I'm having difficulty.
Okay.
So, anyway, like the video, subscribe, hit the notification bell, leave us your comments, share the video. Definitely share the video. Get us some more subscribers. We appreciate it. And we'll see you on the next video. Bye.
Bye.